All right, I think we found the problem. What is up, my people? I got a little assembly line going on here. We basically have the order or the entries. I got an envelope. I'm printing out packing slips. I got my stickers over here. And every one, I gotta drop this door down and hit this button twice so that it laser engraves the card that you're gonna be receiving for the giveaway ski. We're really close to closing this thing out, guys. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you for entering in the giveaway. Whoever wins this thing is gonna be real lucky. The ski's badass. And then we're actually gonna take apart the front end of the ski and have it painted for you guys. So like I said in the previous videos, I don't really like the way it looks kind of dingy and things like that. So we're gonna, spice it up for y'all and make sure it looks nice before you guys take it home. So that's what I'm doing, getting these entries settled. I'm pretty much caught up at this point. It's been 3 days of doing this non-stop, back-to-back, entry, envelope, sticker, card, printout. So it's been a task, but yo, I'm doing it in the name of giveaway for y'all. So stay tuned. All right, guys, got to start knocking out some of this regular work. Got this 260 in. Keeps having electrical gremlins in the front. Customer said that he took it out, was riding fine, and then it lost all power. Obviously, we're not getting any fuel from the fuel pump. You can see that is off there. And then one thing I did notice is when we would plug the fuel pump in, it would pop the fuse right away. All right, I think we found the problem. What is that, bro?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that somebody's definitely been in here before.
Dude, that fuel pump, is that a race fuel pump?
Yeah, it's OEM.
Dude, what the hell, dude?
It's designed to go wherever the fuel
Look at the bottom, look at the filter.
Oh shit.
Look at that.
Yeah,
yo, what are you people doing? Stop touching jet skis. Stop it.
What? Wow, bro, I don't even know what to say.
What is this, bro?
I think that this other spring is inside the gas tank.
What is this? Who does this? What the heck, bro? Look at this, bro. Yo, we cannot make this up, people. Wild. All right. We have the new fuel pump going in.
Good?
You're good. All right, let's plug it in and see if it blows the fuse. Hey, look at that. The fuse isn't blown. Yeah.
Weird.
All right, let's see if it starts now.
Can't believe that worked, man.
I know, right? Prime this thing up a couple times. All right, new fuel pump in. It didn't pop the fuse, right? It's like we're a magician. It's misfiring really nasty though. Alright, so after trying the coil pack, a new spark plug, it ended up being an injector. So we went ahead and swapped out the injector, and you could hear this thing fire up. Alright, so the running issue is fixed on this ski so far. We're getting fuel with the fuel pump, and we're getting fuel through the injector to the cylinder. So the next thing this thing's got going on is an oil leak. I kind of felt my hand down there and noticed that the bellow boot doesn't seem like it's installed correctly, or it has the wrong hardware on it. So I think that it's leaking from that. So we're gonna dismantle the ski at this point, get the charger off, get the drive shaft off, do all that stuff in order to get to that bellow boot. And then I'll show you guys what we find down there. All right, so we basically got half of this thing dismantled here. I wanna show you guys. definitely got the wrong hardware on that bellow boot. So we're gonna pull that out real quick and see if that's the cause of this oil leak. If not, we're gonna have to investigate further, but I don't like the way that looks, so we gotta check that out. All right, now that we have everything else apart, we found a little hole on this bellow bearing. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but this thing is junk anyways. And then there was some U-rings. This thing didn't even have O-rings on the charger. It had U-rings. So pretty sure that's where the oil was leaking out of. So we got that taken care of. I did call my client and let him know that his drive shaft is not looking so hot. I already put the drive shaft back in there with the carbon seal, so we're not gonna be able to show you that. But yeah, just chugging along with this thing. Got the new bellow boot installed. I did cut the little flap right here just because it interferes with the new style carbon seal. So we just cut the little flap back so that way it doesn't mess around in there. And yeah, that's about it. I think we have this thing pretty much figured out. The last thing we're gonna have to do is put it on the water and make sure that there aren't any leaks and that it dries fine, and then should be Gucci. All right, people, you guys know the routine at the Oasis. It's a weird day today. It's like cloudy but sunny at the same time. I don't know how to explain that. Let's get these straps off and get these things in the water. Alright, she's running. Charger sounds kind of gross, but have fun, man. He's got to warm up that 300. So I got to take that out as well and see if it's going slow, is what he told me. So got to figure that one out as well. Good so far. All right, did a little pull with this thing, but it is not a speed demon. So everything else looks good. I don't see any type of leaks. I'm not getting any weird alarms or anything else. 210 hours on this one. It's just not the quickest. Coming back into the idle zone to check on that 300 of his. This thing rode fine for me with no issues, no alarms, but the charger sounds kind of weird. I'll probably recommend that he get that thing rebuilt. So yeah, we'll just check the oil level on it when we get back. So this one did good for me, so I'll test this one out. All right, this one we're checking for speed issues. Supposedly it's flashed, but he's not getting the speed out of it. So we're gonna take it for a rip, see what it does, and then if I have to, we'll re-flash it here and take it for another spin and make sure it picks up some speed. All right, so I could pretty much tell, obviously from experience, on what the ski should feel like. So when I floor it down low on this one, I'm not gripping back here, I'm just spinning. So let me see if it'll do it. It's cavitating too much and not getting propulsion. So that's probably his issue, but I'm still gonna take it for a rip and see if it'll pick up speed. All right, so it's hard to tell on the camera, but I'm hearing like a whirring sound, like a woo, you know, like that, woo. And I think it's the pump, so I think there's something going on with the pump. back to the ramp, put this in the shop, pull the pump and see what I see, because if something happens with the pump out here, either you could damage the engine or sink. So I don't want either one of those to happen. So I'm gonna go back to the ramp. So yeah, so like this feels good, but then if you go like this, here, hold the pump so I could show the peoples. Ah yes, you see this shit? That is shit. Yeah. So at minimum, you'll need to rebuild that pump, and I mean the prop don't look too hot either. It's got a bunch of burn marks on the side, so at minimum, prop and rebuild. I mean, it has like this weird metal wearing, but I mean, that looks okay. So, all right. I guess we'll call him up, see what he wants to do. All right, so this thing has like a weird shaft in it, and the impeller is basically seized on it. We've tried everything, so now we're implementing fire through the process. I guess just hit it in the shaft there. But this thing will not come out. This is what happens when you buy cheap parts. Right here. Oh, oh. Whoa! Alright. That's enough of that. Before I break the vise. Or we break the vise. Hey buddy, you need a new jet pump. This is shit. Okay people, so my assumption with this thing was correct. This is obviously shot. But I spoke to the client and he said that they did try to put this on and they had issues with it. So he said, go ahead and change the housing. So we're getting a new housing. We got them in stock. We're gonna build it back up and put it into the ski. So new housing, new impeller, new wear ring. So you can't use cheap parts. So you're gonna pay twice. All right guys, back at it with this RXP over here at Oasis. Just waiting for the Seakeeper guys to pull their boat out of the water. Test this thing out. 260 is good. This thing is next. All right, out here on the 300, this thing is slow as heck. It's only turning 7,600 RPMs. I don't know if maybe the whole impeller situation might have hurt the motor because it's pushing up on it, but we'll see. I'll give it another run and see what it does. At least, like, I mean, at an 8400 flash, you should be around like 8200. So like 500 RPM we're down. Yeah, this thing is slow as heck. All right, I'm headed back to the shop, just do a quick compression test, see how the motor's feeling. All right guys, made it back to the shop with this thing. Check the compression. The compression is decent, but what has me concerned is the laborsome start and that noise that you hear. So I pulled the oil filter out. opened it up, and there's a bunch of metal all in the oil filter. So I want to say his impeller situation made the engine crank walk a little bit. So he's gonna have to just ride it till it dies. All right, people, the time has come to take this thing apart again. At least just the potty panels. We can get all this stuff out of here so we can take it across the street and get it painted for you guys and make it look good. We have less than 75 entries left to get in on this thing, so don't miss out. Next video is probably gonna be the actual giveaway for it. All right, guys, this thing is looking pretty bare. We got all the plastics off of it right now. Gonna go ahead and take this over to the body shop across the street so they could get going on it, and so I could get it into your guys' garage. Because this one is already glossy, but it looks like crap.
Nah, yo no pinté.
Yeah.
Aquí todo.
All right. So we have the RXP over here. Like I said, we're gonna be buffing the whole thing and painting the whole ski up. As far as the trim pieces go, because they look kind of rough. So all the trim pieces here are going to be painted trim black, and then all these pieces here are going to be gloss. And then he's got some more work that we dropped off this morning for him, and he's also knocking out our carbon fiber reinforcement over here. So he's turned from a car body shop to a jet ski body shop in a matter of a couple hours. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned up for you guys, make sure it looks really nice. But we got to get some work done in here. We have a stage 1 325 RXT 2025 that we're knocking out right now. Angel's killing that. I just did a throttle body on that GTR, and then we're figuring out some kind of throttle body issue that this ski is having. Put a new throttle body on it, still having the issue. So we're gonna start diagnosing what is going on with this thing. So yeah, regular Monday work day, trying to knock these skis out. Alright guys, knocking out this work here today. Angel's working on that rear exhaust kit for the 300, and I'm actually coming out here and putting a water box on this 325. We're pretty much out of carts, so I'm gonna have to work out here in the sun and sweat my balls off to get this water box done. Alright guys, we have the old water box out, fitting in the TDR right now. Just gotta get this exhaust part installed, and this thing is all set. We'll turn it on so you guys can see it. Alright guys, sweat my ass off. Got this water box done though. I'm gonna go ahead and start it so you guys can check it out. Sounds rowdy. Let's get this top back on and go check in on Angel inside. All right guys, water box is installed over here, and Angel has the rear exhaust over here. Let's start her up. Sounds very nice. All right, let's throw this thing on the trailer. Alright guys, moving right along with the work we got here. Angel is working on a ribbon duty for this GP 1800, and I'll be working on this impeller. This thing is just shot. So one of the big problems that this ski had is when the client brought it in, he said it had no power, and we end up finding that the stock air intake is basically sucking itself in. I'm going to pull it out and show you guys what I mean by that. So here is the stock air box. As you can see, it looks pretty bad, but if you look at that little hole there, that's where the air is coming out of, and look how it's been sucked through there. So good thing is that once we figured this out, the client said he wants to modify the ski. So this is going in the trash and we're putting one of our JP Racing air intakes on it instead, which will never suck itself in. So that's the plan, get this thing done and get it tested again. All right guys, we're moving right along with today's work. Got this 325 in the building. Gonna be doing the single rear exhaust. Got the water box right here. We're gonna be doing the DDR sponsons and a stage 1 setup on there. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice DDR carbon sponsons for the matchings of the front carbon hoods. We're moving right along with this thing. Angel has the exhaust installed. I got the water box in there and the catch can. All right, gonna do the other side of the sponsons, and then we should be really close to wrapping this thing up. Check it out guys, we have all the body panels to the ski right here painted and ready to go. He's gonna be buffing the rest of the bottom of the ski and we're gonna get it on Monday, put everything together, and I'll show you guys how it looks.